All right, everyone, here we go. Watch this for Monday, August 7th. SPY still chopping along sideways for a couple weeks now, but sitting basically at all-time highs. Um, and real quick, before I go into the watches, I am going to share a couple calls from the room on Friday. Friday was a great day. And my partner Wayne, he's on the mic with me every morning while the market is unfolding, and we try to talk through setups that we're watching, and we give ideas of where we want to get long a stock before it actually triggers. Interesting concept, right? You never hear, hey, I'm in XYZ in our chat room. We literally talk you through what we're looking at and where we're going to get long. And I'm just using CARA as an example on Friday that Wayne called. And I'm not going to go into the details because I want you to actually watch his recap. It's really good. But Wayne's idea was basically over the 5-minute high at 1476 right there. And the thing went to 16 really quickly and ended up going to 1650. But you can see how immediate the profits were. I'm going to slide this over real quick. This is daytraderwayne.com. That's my partner. And go to that and then click blog. And all of his blogs are here. The very top one is called Next Time. Okay, and if you click that and go to that, it's actually, I'll close that out. It's actually got a, he did his first video blog, which I just watched a little while ago. And it's a fantastic recap. Not just look what I did, but here's why I called what I called. And it kind of gets you in Wayne's mind as to what he's thinking when he's looking for a setup. So that was just a fantastic call by Wayne on Friday. And as you can see, really nice results. Whoops, YELP. I actually called this one right over this second 2-minute candle here. Called this one long, 2-minute buy setup at 38.50, which right there, and it went pretty quickly to 40 in about 8 or 10 minutes too. A couple really nice ones to start the day. I also called Snap right about here. There's just a few examples, but there were others. Etsy also Wayne called. Anyway, I called Snap right here with a stop right here, and that thing worked really well too. So there's some examples of what we do, but every call we make is tradable by our members because we give you the setup and the reasoning ahead of time. So anyway, here is the list for Monday of stocks I'm going to watch. And this isn't counting gappers because we don't know what's gapping. We'll add some gappers just like we did with Cara, C-A-R-A, Yelp, and Snap on Friday. Okay, so our DFN has been stupid strong, right? From a low, and you can see it's a new issue, what, 5-6 days ago? From 1929 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sessions to over 33 bucks. And now it came in really hard on Thursday, and then another day on Friday. It's time to start. This is so strong here that I definitely want to watch this to turn back up on Monday. We'll see if it gives us a proper setup. BTU, Coldplay had the gap up probably Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. And then 3 days lower, right back down into that buy zone between the 8 and the 20-day moving average. So that one is kind of a pretty good setup for a possible bounce on Friday or Monday as well. Sorry. CRUS was on bounce watch after this gap up and 2 days lower. Now we've got 3 days lower, and it didn't give any trades on Friday, but it just goes back on watch. MYL, 4 red days in a row. I'm going to go to the weekly chart here. All right, so 4 red days in a row. The most recent low using weekly, which I would remind you is still Halloween 2016, it hit 33.60. All right, now let's go back to the daily. And it's gotten there really quickly, and it hit 32.77, it looks like, on Friday. But anyway, took out those lows. But pretty, I don't know. I don't want to say pretty good support, but an obvious recent low right there. And when a stock goes in a hurry to take out recent lows and has to go pretty far to get there, it's a good setup. A lot of people look at this and say, well, below these lows, now it's just losing all support and it's going to tank. And that might be, because I won't take it unless it gives a proper setup. But a lot of times when you get 3 or 4 big days in a row down to take out support, you get a nice snapback bounce. So that is the only reason. Somebody messaged me on StockTwit said I don't like MYL at all. And my mental response, I didn't answer yet, but my mental response was, well, first of all, I'm not investing in it. I'm looking for a trade on Monday. And second of all, it may not give me a setup at all. I certainly don't look at MYL and think, oh, that's a very powerful long setup, right? TEVA is just getting decimated here too, kind of like MYL. And you had the gap down and then another strong day, massive volume. I am not, again, I'm not looking at that and saying that's a bullish chart. I'm looking for a possible snapback trade on Monday, right? And if it gives another red day on Monday, then we'll look for a snapback trade on Tuesday, because I don't ever get long unless something meets my intraday parameters. Okay, AAOI, just decimated, man. This thing closed almost $100 on Thursday, and then on Friday opened at 75 and just sold off all day. It certainly gets interesting. If this could sell off again first thing Monday morning and break down below 60, again, another example of a stock that would have fallen really far really quickly to take out or at least test recent lows. In this area, I would be looking, especially if it sells off first thing in the morning, I'd be looking for a snapback reversal intraday play. Don't know if we're going to get that, but it doesn't cost me anything to have it on a chart. GoPro, nice breakout on Friday. Ended up closing well off its highs, but we'll see if it gives us some kind of red to green. That's GPRO. WIFI, big breakout on Friday. I'm just going to watch that one. Really, we need to watch that one all week, but maybe we get some kind of red to green. ZN, kind of a possible double bottom here. You had this, one of the strongest little oil and gas plays out there, just ripped, then gave a nice little kind of secondary lower high, and then a nice bounce here. We actually called it on this day and had a nice trade in this day, and now we're come back down and taking out the recent lows, but you do have a bit of a bottoming tail. And if you look at, let's see, USO is actually holding up fairly well, and there's some oil and gas plays that have been decimated that are bouncing. Apache's one. What's that other one I was thinking of? Well, it escapes me right now. But there's a few oil and gas plays that are bouncing, and so I'm thinking ZN might be worth having on a chart on Monday. Possible double bottom here, and if oil and gas plays continue to bounce on Monday, this one is worth watching, especially because it took out these recent lows. It looks like, and I'll give you the numbers here. This was 332, and then on Friday it went down to 329 before snapping back up and closing at its high. So a lot of times you get a follow-through bounce on a setup like that. And then lastly, I have BRS, which decimated back here, chopping sideways, a little extra volume on Friday, and it looks pretty good to break out possibly over the most recent high is 813, I believe. So I want to watch that one because it did have nice volume and closed strong on Friday. And we'll also look for some gappers in the morning and add those to our list as well. Teamwork in the chat room is fantastic, and I always look forward to trading with our group every morning. So we'll see everybody that's in there on Monday, and I'll talk to you guys on Monday night if you're not a member.